We have learned about the calculation of the pH calculation between our strong acid and strong base. So here is the summary of it. I'm just going to write down here. So nanti untuk calculation, we're only going to learn for the strong acid, strong base. Okay, actually, I'm just going to explain it a bit sebab nanti kita akan belajar tentang titration curve. So on your notes, you're still going to look at page 17, but here I'm just going to do some extra bits lah. Okay, so sebelum Miss nak explain dalam nota kamu ada kotak tu kan. Okay, so the information there is going to be used for titration curve. Okay, so for the titration, what is actually a titration curve? It's the plot of the pH of the analyte solution versus the volume of the titrant added as the titration progresses. Okay, so for example, yang ini Miss guna sikit based on our example pH calculation. Oops. The volume of titrant added, ini adalah maknanya tadi titrant kita yang kita calculation is our burette. So this is actually our sodium hydroxide lah, which is in our burette. Oops. Okay, and then pH of the analyte ataupun pH of the HCl ataupun nanti solution tu lah when it already mix our acid and base, which is in our conical flask. So sebenarnya tadi kan kita just calculation kan, tapi kita akan belajar how it would look like when kita calculate, when all the value calculated ni kita buat, kita buat that as a curve. So contohnya volume ni, volume of titrant added from burette tu akan jadi kita punya y-axis. X-axis adalah when it already mix, kita calculate pH dia one by one. So contohnya kan Miss guna based on the information from our pH calculation. So bila kita tengok, bila no now is added, so maknanya kat sini volume ni 0. Lepas tu Miss tengok volume dekat sini, dia punya sini 0, dia punya pH sini 1. Okay, tapi bila dia 24 mil, contohnya Miss buat kat sini, so this is 24 mil, sini dia akan jadi kita punya 2.69. Lepas tu contohnya Miss tambah sikit je lagi, setnya 25 kan. Terus sini dapat, Miss boleh dapat 7. And then last one, bila 35 mil dapat 12.22. Ni contohnya Miss main buat lah. Okay. So sini dapat 12.22. Here I have 35 mil. Okay. So sebenarnya titration curve ni bila kita tengok lah, when we do calculation bit by bit, kita boleh nampak benda ni. But in our syllabus kita tak adalah nak Miss kena ajar kamu kira one by one. But what we're gonna look at, kita akan belajar titration curve. Paling penting untuk kamu tahu equivalent point dengan end point. So equivalent point tu kat mana? Part yang kita nampak macam ada yang steep line yang very steep line ni yang kita kena tengok lah. Okay, and then for the titration curve ni, kita akan tengok 3 cases, which is ada juga dalam kotak kamu tu. Kita akan tengok bila case strong acid, strong base. Bila kita akan tengok lagi case apa? Strong acid, weak base. Dengan ada lagi satu lagi, kita akan tengok when it is weak acid, strong base. So here is just an introduction. Okay, so nanti kita tengok nota on page 17. This is the notes on page 17. Okay, yang equivalent point dengan end point ni Miss copy paste je. Which kalau kamu nak tulis balik, boleh tengok dekat page 16 tu lah. What is equivalent point? What is end point? Okay, so yang ni kita main dengan pH. So here I'm just gonna draw pH range. Okay, so ada pH kan. pH here. Okay. Yang ni Miss tulis kat tepi juga. Okay, kalau kamu masih pening So, pH kan ada 0 to 14 kan. So, 7 in the middle. So, kalau pH tu adalah lower than 7, so maksud dia adalah acidic. Kalau dia more than 7, dia adalah basic. So, kalau contohnya acid tu dia dekat dengan value 7 which is neutral, sini adalah weak kita. Weak base pula. So this is our weak acid. This is strong acid. Here is my weak base, strong base. Okay. Okay, so sekarang ni kita akan tengok what is our end point and what is our equivalent point. Sebab nanti kita akan tengok the titration curve. Kita tak perlu buat calculation yang macam yang ni, yang banyak ni. Kita hanya kena tahu end point dengan equivalent point. Okay. So, but then yang ini saja je Miss nak remind balik. This is strong, kalau kamu ingat balik from salt hydrolysis, strong acid and strong base will form neutral salt. This is my neutral salt. Kalau strong acid weak base is, kita akan tengok kalau contohnya ada satu strong dengan weak, the type of salt we're going to look at based on which one is the stronger reagent. So, bila dia adalah yang sini strong acid, so it means that it will form acidic salt. Ini. Okay, and then kalau ni pula, weak acid, strong base. Type of salt, kena tengok which one is strong. Ni, strong base. So, this is my basic salt. Okay. Ini just revision balik lah. Oops. So, sekarang ni how to know the end point dengan equivalent point. Okay, so sini kita buat 3 value ni. I'm gonna look at ada value 3, ada value 7, ada value 11. Okay, so sekarang ni kita akan tengok. So, kita tahu kalau our strong acid kan. So, we can see here. Strong acid maksud dia yang pH dia low lah. Kalau strong base, pH dia high. Is considered high. So, kalau case of strong acid, strong base, Miss akan includekan all of this. This is my strong acid, strong base. So, all the range ni is my end point. 3 until 11. Okay, tapi equivalent point is that when the point at which the amount of base present exactly neutralize one another. So, kalau equivalent point ni, maksud dia pH dia spesifik. End point ni dia range kan. Equivalent point ni spesifik lagi. So, what we're gonna do, kamu akan ambil value in the middle of the range tu. So, between 3 and 11, kalau kamu rajin lah, boleh lah. 11 minus 3, berapa pula? 8 divide by 2, 8 divide by 2 is 4. So, kita tahulah sebenarnya between these two, value dia adalah, in the middle dia adalah 7. So, that is my equivalent point. Okay. Sama jugalah sebab dia adalah neutral salt. As it is a neutral salt, the equivalent point is 7. Okay, next we're gonna look at for the case of strong acid, weak base. Okay, so kita tengok strong acid, weak base. Strong acid ni, dia pH dia low. Weak base ni, pH dia pun kira tak ada lalu sangat. Tapi near to 7, near to neutral. Okay, so strong acid, weak base is here between 3 until 7. So, strong acid, weak base. So, point dia 3 until 7. So, the equivalent point dia is in the middle dia. Between 3 dengan 7, we have actually 5. So, 5 is my equivalent point. Sebab, okay, lagi pun kita tengok. Dia akan form acidic salt. Acid must be PA pula. pH dia is lower than 7. So, that is considered as acidic. Okay, last but not least is weak acid, strong base. Excuse me. Weak acid ni kita tengok dia near to 7. Lepas tu strong base ni maksud dia jauh pada 7. Dia near to 14. Okay, so what we're gonna take is between 7 and 11. No, 7 and 11. So here is my weak acid, strong base. So range dia adalah between 7 until 11. So, equivalent point dia specific. It is in the middle here. So, between 7 dengan 11 adanya the value would be 9. So, equivalent point means is 9. So, because it is a basic salt, the pH would be higher than what do you call that? Higher than 7. Okay. So, sebenarnya paling penting kita akan tengok for the case of equivalence point for our titration curve.